Hey, what's up, guys? Coming out with another video. Today I'm going to do my What If series there. What if Naruto was a girl? Part 3. So, technically, we had to start off with, in the previous part, there in part 2, where technically Naruto was technically was trying to steal the secret scroll there. Or not a secret scroll, but technically was trying to pass the academy there and stuff like that. Zimizu was telling her to steal the secret scroll there. She does there and stuff like that. She mostly stole the secret scroll and stuff like that. And then mostly when she stole the secret scroll, the third Hokage was saying, trying to use his Bambu to find Naruto there and stuff like that. She also learns how to do the shadow shirt, or the she learns how to do the shadow clones. She was trying to look at the scroll. She's like shadow clone. She's like, oh man, that's my worst thing and stuff like that. That's what Naruto was actually saying. Then Aruka busts her and stuff, and she's like, well, I found you, Naruto, and stuff like that. And she's like, oh, Aruka and stuff. And then technically, Zumizu pops out of nowhere, and she's like, and he was telling Naruto she actually has the nine tails inside of her. There, technically, Naruto was technically like, oh my god, and stuff like that. And she technically tries to flee. Mostly, Aruka was saying, do not tell her and stuff, and then he technically did and stuff like that. She technically knocks out the fake Aruka there and stuff like that. Technically, and then technically Zimizu tries to throw the big shuriken right at Naruto there. Haruka jumps on her and technically offends her off, and she said she was like his like little sister there and stuff like that. And then then Naruto said, if you hurt my sensei there, I'll kill you and stuff like that. That's what she was saying. Then she beat the crap out of fucking Zimizu. And then mostly graduated Naruto there. So mostly that was in part 2. Let's go into part 3 there. So in part 3, we see Naruto taking her pictures there. Mostly she still has like the same thing as Naruto there, where she technically actually acts like a clown there and stuff like that in her pictures and stuff like that. She goes to the third Hokage's office there, and then mostly they're seeing how she becomes a ninja and stuff like that. And then knowing Naruto there, she's like one of those pranksters there and stuff like that. She does the sexy jutsu there. And then the third Hokage was technically getting a nosebleed there and stuff like that. And then also Aruka technically flips off his chair, and then he was like, stop the stupid tricks there, and that's what fucking Aruka was saying to Naruto there. She's like, haha, got you and stuff, and and mostly we see Konohamaru comes in. He's like, what? He's like, who's gonna be the Hokage there and stuff like that, and then freaking the guys with the glasses there. He's like, come back, honorable grandson. You need to do it there. And then he looks at Naruto there. And then he's like, he's like, the demon fox is here. She is here, the demon fox and stuff. Mostly he said that in her head and stuff. His head and stuff like that. Mostly, Naruto technically walks off there. Technically, Konohamaru technically follows Naruto there out of the building and stuff like that. And they're like, where's the uncle grandson there? And then the third Hokage is like, well, possibly he's possibly hanging out with Naruto there and stuff like that. And she's like, why he's hanging out with her and stuff like that. And we'll see if he hangs out with Naruto, that's definitely a bad thing there and stuff like that. So, technically, Naruto was trying to teach Konohamaru the sexy jutsu there. He actually shows her how to do this. she shows him how to do the sexy jutsu there and stuff like that. And technically, he kind of fails a couple times, like in the original series. So that happens there and stuff like that. And mostly, I don't know if they go in the bathhouse because technically, I know in the original series they did that. Naruto went into the bathhouse and they got subbed by the girls there. I think that won't happen because Naruto is a girl in this series. Technically, Naruto that won't do that there versus like Naruto did in the original series. So that won't happen in this part. But the guy with the glasses there, he's like, "Why are you hating out with that Nine Tails brat there? That she is nothing but bad influence on you." And then Komaro's like, "Let me go" and stuff like that. And then he's like, Narco's like, "Just let him go" and stuff. He's like, "What are you gonna do, you little nine-tailed brat?" And so that's what the guy with the glasses was saying. And then she does the Shadow Clone Jutsu there. And then she's like, "Transform!" And then we'll see technically turn into her sexy jutsu there, making the guy flip. Made the guy with the glasses flip on his ass and shit like that. And then they mostly were saying something about who's going to be Hokage there and stuff like that. And then Naruto was like, "I'm going to be Hokage there, believe it and stuff." And then technically Komaromo was like, "No, I'm going to be Hokage," he said in the original series. And then they're like, "Believe it and stuff." And he's like, "You have to go." She's like, "You have to face me in battle there and stuff like that." So technically, Komaromo was like mostly pretty shocked about that. So that was in that part there. Mostly for the team selections there. Technically, we see Naruto go into the team selections there. She mostly will get teamed up with. Mostly, we're gonna throw Naruto at. Technically, I'm gonna throw her in the same team in a way. Team 7. I'm just gonna throw her in Team 7 in a way with Sasuke and Sakura there. So technically, this is how it goes. They're gonna say Sasuke Uchiha, Sakura Haruno, and Naruto Uzumaki will be on Team 7 there. When technically they make their teams there and stuff like that. They Akashi does his thing there and stuff like that. Mostly introducing the team and stuff like that. He said Akashi Katake and his goals and stuff like that. That still happens in the original series. Naruto is technically the same as Naruto's dream in a way. She's like, I don't want to get respect from the village, and Naruto was like saying, "I don't want to get respect." She's like, "I want to get respect from the village. I want to be Hokage one day," and stuff like that. That's what Naruto's dream is and stuff like that. She wants to be Hokage there because people won't look down on her and stuff like that. And stuff like that. That still happens. And then Sakura, there, she says she likes Sasuke there, so that still happens also. And also, mostly Sasuke's, he wants to revenge his clan there and kill his brother. That still happens also there and stuff like that. So he said maybe in the training ground there. So technically, Naruto, I don't know, Naruto, Sakura, Sasuke go to the training ground the next day, and then they're like, "What's taking Akashi Sensei there?" and stuff like that. And he's like, mostly he was doing the bell test there. Technically, Naruto comes out of the woodwork and she's like, and then Akashi was like looking at her. She's like, "You're a strange one. You know that?" She's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna get you," and stuff like that. Mostly, he does the 1,000. Technically, mostly I'm gonna say Sasuke technically likes Naruto in a way because she doesn't care about him and stuff. Mostly she gets beat him in the ass. Mostly she goes in the water, Naruto goes in the water and stuff like that. He's like, man, she didn't want that. She does her shadow. She does. Narco did her uh, her shadow clone jutsu there, and then technically they dive bomb and stuff like that, like it happened in the original series. Mostly Akashi was technically fending them off there, and then he's like, "Where's Sasuke?" Sasuke uses this fireball jutsu. He's like, "Wait, what?" He's like, "Guineas don't know how to do fireball jutsus and stuff," and he blows the fireball right at uh, right at Akashi there. They're trying to capture the bell there and stuff like that. Mostly Sakura there still gets knocked out by Akashi. Um, that like happened in the original series and stuff, and mostly doing the fake Sasuke clone where he's all fucked up and shit. That still happens there. They try to get the bells there and stuff like that. Technically, the one who actually got tied up there was technically Naruto. Naruto technically broke the rules and tried to eat there. And then she's like, "Wait, I'm there and stuff like that." And then mostly Sakura, mostly they're eating there, and they're like, "Don't get nothing to Naruto." There, she's not been listening to the rules there and stuff like that. When I told her, that's why she's trapped in the stump there. So technically, Sasuke is still testing him out and stuff, and mostly, technically, we see Sakura technically gives food to Naruto. Mostly we see her give food to Naruto like Naruto did there. And then she's like, Sasuke is like, no, wait, Sasuke gives her food. And then Sakura was saying, wait, we're going to get in trouble there. We're going to get knocked down and go back into the academy. And then he's like, well, we need to work as a team here. If we don't work as a team here, Akashi will know, and technically we need more strength to actually fend off Akashi there, so we need to give her some food there. Technically, technically Sakura technically gets jealous of that because Sasuke is technically feeding Naruto there. And then he's like, "Why are you not giving her your food, Sakura?" And she's like, "Fine." So she gives her the food, there, and then they're like, "You." Kashi's like, "You," and stuff. And he's like, "You pass." And then they're like, "Wait, why are we passing?" Stuff like that. Then he's saying the teammate. He's like, "Yeah, in the ninja world, banning your comrades, it's mostly scum." But technically, he was saying something about if you don't watch your friends, they're worse in scum. So he said that like in the original series. So technically, they passed there. Stuff like that. They're like woohoo and stuff like that. And we go into the next part there. Mostly they had ramen and stuff like that. They actually had food that night and stuff like that. They mostly passed and stuff like that. So Team 7 is going to have missions there. Mostly the missions A, B, and they mostly have the F, D's, and the F, C's, and D's missions there. Like picking up trash or technically cleaning up the pond, catching a cat up a tree. Mostly they go into their mission there. They talk to the Okage there with the thing there, and they're like, "We have an escort for you guys for Team 7 and stuff like that." And Naruto's like, "Yes." She's like, "Finally a real mission there." And she's like, "What it is?" and stuff like that. That's what Naruto was actually saying. And mostly we see Tazuna there with his drunk ass coming in the building. He's like, "Wait, I'm getting escorted by these Genin and stuff like that." And then Narco's like, "Come on, we need to have some tougher mission in this thing. There, who is this drunk ass and stuff like that?" That's what Narco was saying. Technically, Sakura punches Narco. She's like, "Ow," and stuff like that. She's like, "What is going on, Sakura?" She's like, "Be polite, Narco. I thought you're gonna act like a lady and stuff like that." That's what technically Sakura was actually saying there. And he's like, "Great kid, Sakashi." He's like, "Well," he's like, "I picked him and stuff." And then mostly they head off to the thing there. They fight the ninja there. Naruto, technically she gets cut there by the claw there. Mostly she freezes. Sasuke takes him out. And then Sasuke doesn't really call her a scary cat there. Well, she does, but he kind of feels more. Sasuke technically feels more of Naruto there, kind of technically like he actually likes her in a way. But he calls her a scared cat. She's like like in a lover or not a lover, but in a form where he's like kind of smiling at her and stuff. She's like, yeah, he's like, he's like, what's wrong, scary cat? And she's like, Sasuke, stuff like that. And then Cosmo was like, those two should just get over and just fucking be together and stuff like that. When that was going on with that stuff there. So, yep, and that's where the what if ends. So, technically, yep. Next time, going to the land of waves. So, comment, rate, and responsive to this. If you like, like, my videos, please subscribe. Hit the notification on our uploads. Responsive to this video. Like, hug out, add your peace.